Welcome to the New York Weightlifting Podcast. I'm James McDermott, joined by Sarah Soto. Sarah, we're back.
Hello.
It's just like we never left, and thankfully, I have a new setup. I'm a Mac person now.
Oh, that's a big deal.
It is. I there's been a lot of pain and suffering associated with it.
Oh,
I
that's too bad.
Yeah, we I mean I did the math. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been on like for 26 years Windows." Or actually more than that cuz 1996 is when I was on a computer for the first time working on a Windows. And now here we are all the way in 2026 and I'm on an iPad that I bought a keyboard for. So it's not even like a
Oh,
full Mac. And now this will make it so that I can do things without everything shutting off on me because my old laptop was just dying all the time, especially when it was pressed hard for these streaming things. And
yes.
we had an extra iPad at the gym, and I need to do a lot of gym work. So I'm like, I'm taking this because I don't want to buy a new laptop. So here we are.
So you're not entirely Apple though. Like, 'cause Mac, like an iPad OS is drastically different than like regular Mac. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I understand the pain then in that regard. So.
this is like a bigger version of my cell phone, essentially. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It is cool that I have them linked, so I can like do like some writing on a WordPad on my phone, and oh, it's already over here on my. So that is a plus. As also photos and everything, they're
Yes.
automatically on both of them.
Yep.
It's just the powers I had on that other laptop were just immense. Like I wrote 3 books on it. So like just like we are really familiar with that. And it's working right now. I have it in one place. I don't touch it. I don't fold it because I'm just it's while it's working, I'll take advantage of it because the emails, everything's so much harder. Like you can't highlight things on here. Excel spreadsheets, boy, going into Excel spreadsheets and Microsoft Word on the iPad versus what I'm used to, it's like having one arm tied behind your back. Like the finding everything. Nothing's labeled on the iPad.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the next step though, is to you actually should buy some sort of MacBook or something like that because that's the beauty of it is like having all of those things integrated is amazing. It's amazing. Just like you said, like pictures are everywhere. Like I usually do text on my phone. I can be sitting at my laptop and that like just pops up there and I could just type in it. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. I highly
Yeah.
recommend it. Anyway.
I'm getting used to it, but anytime my old laptop will cooperate, especially when I'm about to have to do a lot of heavy lifting with the state championships registration closing soon here. Tuesday, right? Tuesday? Oh, I'm forgetting my days. Yes,
Second?
no, Monday.
The first.
Mo-
Oh,
Monday,
31st.
August 31st. Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
Monday, August 31st. And so putting together like just normally when I have to do that, I have the registration sheet open, the converted registration sheet open, Google spreadsheets open. That way I can put it all in there. And I'm going back and forth, and I've tiled windows, and I can go so fast, and I can't do that on this iPad. I don't have that skill yet. So I'm really happy that that's working right now because the WSO laptop doesn't have Word or anything like that on it either. So that
Right.
pain. So
Yes.
actually, I have out there, if you go to my kitchen table, I have 2 laptops and an iPad and a phone, and it's just a whole command center. And I have a specific thing for each of them. And so it's a little crazy right now.
Understandable.
So if I can get away with it, I'm going to do the state stuff with that out there. And I just needed to, until I get it into Google, once I get it into Google, we're home free. No problem. But I just need to do all the converting and stuff over there. The state records. I just posted the updated weight classes and the retired weight classes on the WSO website. Sarah, that was a nightmare
I'm
because
sure.
so here's another problem. So we're layering in my computer problems along with the WSO updates right now because they're kind of going hand in hand. The original spreadsheets were done on my Windows Surface, Microsoft Surface laptop. Then they got taken to the WSO laptop when that stopped working, which uses a different, not Excel spreadsheet, it uses whatever that thing does. Then it got put onto this iPad, which spreadsheets, Microsoft stuff is different on this, all the formatting. So all the coding from one to the next made it so that when all of a sudden I open it up, the little icons, all the fancy things I do with the formatting is all just distorted, and it's not an easy fix because you can't on the iPad highlight a bunch of merged cells and then delete them. It tells you, no, you can't do them because they're all merged. They're different cells, and we want you to do it one at a time. So it's just me clicking each individual cell, especially going through the masters was painful. We did it fully on the iPad, and then my other laptop started working. So I moved it all over there to fix the other format. It's crazy. So this was it.
Very time intensive. Yes.
Yes. I timed it. It was 9 full hours of um, converting these files and going through all of the things to port over the ones that need to be retired. You have to retire them first, then redo the weight classes in the actual documents, and then get all the standard stuff to remove all the names. It just took forever. So hopefully we don't have to do that again next year.
Yeah.
I think revamping the weight classes once a year is not a good idea.
It's freaking terrible. Yep.
So let's not do that, for my own health and safety. And then I also still have to update the bars sheet that we'll use for states and send to USAW, because that has all of our old stuff. So I have to go in there and do it all over again one more time. So yes, they're up there. Go to the WSO website, nywso.com, and click under the events tab. You can find the state records and the state meet records. So remember, I also have to do this for the state meet too. So this is multiple documents. I do think in the future I'd like to move it all to Google. I think maybe that would make my life easier if it was just living on Google and I didn't have to create a new document saved as a PDF every time. Let's maybe make it digital.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are probably like a million tools out there that can also like help ease the pain of that I am just not super privy to, because I don't like work with like data all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I ever do really go into spreadsheets. I mean, yes, sure, I make grids and stuff with like information for work, but it's like very, very basic stuff. And then so it's like, I'm sure that, some data person has figured something out that would make every meet director's life easier with this sort of thing. Scott, dabbles in that once in a while, Scott Gonzalez, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe an AI,
Right.
I know the bare minimum of AI. I can go to Google or ChatGPT, and that's about it. I don't know the bigger ones that'll make you an app or something like that. So
yeah.
Although an NYWSO app does sound like not a bad idea. So
yeah, could be.
Yeah. So the records are updated. The first opportunity to break some state records will be at the Virus Weightlifting Series II. We did have a meet happen earlier in the month on August 2nd down in Long Island, but no records were set. So there will be, I guess, the second opportunity will be at the Virus Weightlifting Series II. That's going to be in Fort Worth, Texas, right?
Yep, you got it.
Back there. We'll see if people can go and get belt buckles or cowboy hats. I wonder what the prize is this year, because does it change year to year where you get special?
No, they've been doing the belt buckle. I think the hat was like a bonus thing, but the belt buckle 6x6 has been for at least the last 2 years, and they are a hit. Like, you've never seen so many 6x6 meet experiences until that event, because people really give a crap about winning, like, to the point of where, like, I think we were down to last year. I think there were like 6 people that did not get theirs in person because we ran out. Like, Pedro had no idea that the demand and that would be so great for those. So I am sure he has ordered an excess this year, but who knows? If everybody goes 6x6, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, I would debate bumping down my numbers to walk away with a positive meet experience, making them all, and also getting a cool belt buckle. Yeah. I would totally do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, like that, something like that will really make you think, am I ready today? Am I tired? And what's going on? Like, oh, you know what? Let me just get that belt buckle. I'm in it for the belt buckle now.
Totally. I can remember a lot of people were. And what else do we have? We have, I mean, of interest in particular to us, we have they're not supers. In the 110 weight class, we have our friends, Albert Chun and Ryan. Oh my God, I want to call him Intrepid Golden all the time because I just know people's Instagram. Ryan Hansen, they will be going head to head in the 110 men's A session on Sunday while we're down there. So that should be fun.
There we go.
I will be marshalling with Mike Choi. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Oh, so you have pretty much a front row seat to this epic clash of the Titans.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. And I know they've. Does it normally work out where they both are in the same session at the same meet, right? So this this has happened a couple times before. Do we know the head-to-head record? Like what's going on here?
I don't have that information immediately in front of me. Albert has gotten injured a few times, so he's had to like withdraw from some of the meets that they have like planned to go head to head. So I'm trying to think of. I think they both lifted at the Arnold. I'm pretty sure together. This year, can't remember, but yeah. So it's always fun. They really egg each other on, and it's a good time.
Yeah, it's fun to have a rivalry. Someone that they could be across the country or across the state. I think more people should do this. I think it's super fun.
It's true.
I wonder. It's so many questions. Like, are they going to share a warm up platform? Or is it how serious is this? Are they on opposite warm up platforms, staring across the room at one another? How is it in going up and down the stage when they're following each other lift after lift? Are there fist bumps and high fives, or are they just staring focused straight ahead, walking past one another? A lot of questions.
It also helps that they're in like the higher end of the weight classes because most people, the joke forever has always been, especially with supers, that the supers are always the happiest people because they don't have to make weight, right? So they're always like in a great mood and in good competition. And it's like, especially though at the top end, like the pluses, the supers, it's like, you're not necessarily even in the same, like the skill, not the skill, your total could be vastly different since that is the top weight class. Like, so it's just like, it's always seems to be a little bit more in good fun, but these two are definitely a little more competitive for sure. Like I have seen Brian increase his lifts, to kind of catch up with Albert and vice versa. So it'll be good.
Hey, and they're walking away probably with great stories, after the meet, get some beer and burgers, or wings. And what a great way to experience traveling across the country to go do weightlifting as opposed to getting out there and not having like a fun interaction like this.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, hey, you go 6 for 6, you beat your rival, you get a belt buckle. That's a great weekend.
Indeed.
Hey, while people are out there too, I'm sure it's needed. Reach out to USAW. Hey, where's that volunteer spreadsheet? Can I hop in a ref chair? I've got my credentials. Can I load and maybe make a few extra bucks? I think it's around $20. Last I knew, if you're loading.
I think I don't know. I can't remember how it gets. I think it's like $20 or $25 per session. Chris Laughlin is the one who's from Blue Wave Weightlifting, local club down there, is handling the volunteers on that end once again. So if you have any interest, if you're like there early, which is a whole thing now, right? But because they shortened the length of that meet, and it was not communicated in, I would say, the best way possible. Just FYI for anybody that didn't notice that. The only reason anybody noticed was when they looked at the preliminary schedule, or a lot of the TOs saw it on the, obviously the volunteer spreadsheet reflected that. So while most series meets are 4 days, this one, because attendance is kind of low, as is the standard now for the Series 2 meet, but it's also the Texas-Oklahoma WSO meet, but even still, so low that Pedro, for budgetary reasons, decided to make it shorter. So now the lifting will happen. Competition is from Friday through Sunday, and they are insanely long days. Like the first weigh-in starts at 6 and the last session starts at like 7:15 every night.
Oh boy.
So it's 3 days of that. I'm a person who signed up to do the room deal as a technical official. So I have no choice but to work every session each of those days except for one. I have no control over my volunteer schedule. So, you know, as much as I would like to like be in certain places to see everybody, now I kind of can't. They are paying for my room. That is a typical deal that Pager offers to technical officials. But yeah, that was a problem because I had booked my flight coming in on Wednesday night because I was expecting lifting was going to
Oh,
start Thursday. And I also thought a hotel room would be ready for me Wednesday night. So to change all of that was a little bit of a hassle and a little, you know, some people are a little cranky about it,
all
understandably
right.
so.
Yeah.
But the point is, coming back to the volunteering thing, if anybody has not changed their flight and is just planning on coming in on Wednesday ahead of time, and so you have all of this time on Thursday, if you are willing, Chris Laughlin is looking for volunteers to help with setting up the like the warm up platforms and some of the other like smaller things like the weigh-in scales and things like that. So if you are free, you can get paid, and you can contact him directly. Again, it's Chris Laughlin at Blue Wave Weightlifting. You can find them on Instagram, or you can reach out to me at Sarasota Rep, and I'll direct you to his email address if you're interested.
Awesome. And hey, if you want to hang out with Sara or be around Sara or talk to Sara for 30 seconds in between lifts or something, volunteer in the sessions that she's working because, as you said, you'll be working from dusk till dawn. And if you want to watch this epic throwdown between Ryan and Albert, volunteer that session. That's the one I would want. Oh, I would want to be speaker on that session. That would be a fun session to be speaker. And then, you know, if they're the last two in the session, I feel like you could have a little extra fun with it. You know? Like
Yes,
that
I
would be
think
great.
Anne Marie Swanson was the speaker for them. I believe it was the Arnold. That was the last time that they competed, and she was really fun with them, especially because we all get a little loopy by the TOs by the end of the meet, right? So we're like having a good time, and it's a lot more fun and like loose. So she had such a great time that the boys actually requested that she try to speak for them, and she is indeed in there on the spreadsheet. So
There we go. You know, speaking on a microphone at the tail end of a weightlifting meet, I think is the closest I've ever been to being drunk on a mic. You know, like especially since I don't drink, and then when I did drink, I never had a microphone near me. This is actually the
right.
closest, like on the whatever day of the meet it is, and you're on the mic and you're like reading the screen and you're like, wait, but I didn't sleep last night and I have no coffee because I don't know where Starbucks is in this town and I won't drink other coffees and other just the whole thing, and then you're just like loopy, and then you like you do that thing where you daze out, fall asleep slash leave the universe, like, and then you come back to it and you're like, wait, I should say something right now. Have you ever done that?
I don't ever speak. I am signed up for one session because I didn't choose what I put in onto that spreadsheet, but I fully intend to swap with somebody when I am there
There you go.
because I am very good at timekeeping. But once I have to also think of all of the speaking stuff, since I'm not used to it, because that is absolutely a very acquired skill that takes a lot of practice, I think personally, unless you
Yeah.
are going to go really slow, and I don't like the pressure because the speaker is and the timekeeper, you are really the one controlling the speed of the meet in addition with the loaders, right? But of course it's just like it can really there's a lot on your shoulders, like weighing on your
Oh
shoulders
yeah.
when you're doing that job. So I like to refrain and pass that off to the professionals such as
I've
yourself.
I've well, it's like you get like comfortable doing it after a while, and then like, you know, especially if you're tired, and there are points in a meet, and I'm sure all officials have felt this, where all of a sudden everything gets really quiet and calm, and there's like noise, but it's like background static noise, and it's just like you're just staring straight ahead because maybe there's a 2 minute clock, and then like you just go like to another place, you're like not in your body, and then all of a sudden you come right back to it and you're like, wait a minute, I should is someone out there, or like I've done that where I've come back and like someone's standing in front of the barbell and I'm like, where did he come from? Oh my goodness. All right. You know, and you know, it's so just things like that happen where you just kind of daze out in like a really weird way, and then you wonder, you're like, was I asleep just now? But my eyes were open. Like what just happened just there, you know?
That's no good. See? Yeah. I would
That'd be
not
cool
come
if you
back
could
from that.
you transcend into another state of consciousness throughout the multiverse, but then when you you just go to another weightlifting meet on another planet because they're doing like across the universe. There's like the mirror of ours, and you're just like there, and you're like, wait a minute, what's happening right now? And then you just get sucked right back to your weightlifting meet. That'd be crazy.
That would be
Think
crazy.
about that.
Yeah.
Wow, sure, sure, it's happened. Sarah, there's just too many planets in the universe. The universe is just too impossibly big for there not to be life, and for one of those lives to not be like we are, and also be like, what if you pick that up? But what if I pick up a heavier one? I feel like that's just a constant. Doesn't matter
Sure.
what
Yeah.
universe, what planet, what what timeline, anything. It's just, can you pick that up? Yeah. Oh, I bet I could pick up more. That's what a simple thing, right?
I mean, I'm a massive fan of Rick and Morty, and this is a thing all the time. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's literally one episode where like the whole screen splits, and it's like that one image, the one square that you're watching becomes two, and then it like multiplies, and so you're literally watching a grid with like slight differences for like it's amazing. But I think about that often, actually.
Yeah,
So
I think about it all the time. You know, actually, I just had a multiversal moment myself. Well, I'm, as you know, I'm an official New Yorker now because I've parked in New York City. So this is, I mean, I've lived in the state for 39 years, going on 40, and I've driven in New York City, and I've parked outside of Murder Crows before, but I had an inside, in on a parking spot, like, and I didn't have to work for that parking spot. I didn't have to drive more than 5 extra minutes, and then it's just an easy slide in. I had to work hard for 30 plus minutes, scouring neighborhoods and all kinds of things, and then eventually parallel park, which I hate doing, but I executed flawlessly. So I was wondering, on my way down when I got to Woodbury Commons. You know
I
where Woodbury
do.
Commons is, yep.
Yes.
So I got to there and I took the Taconic down to New York City to get into the thick of it. And at Woodbury Commons, I had to pee. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop drinking my Fit 8 now. I don't know. I don't have time to stop. Everything's gonna time up with me getting right there. And at some point in New York City, because of the stress, the pee went away because, like, your body will protect you. Like, it's just like all right, you a tiger's coming. You don't feel hungry, you don't feel pain. You just got to, like, your body goes into a performance mode. So I drove through New York City. My palms were sweating. I've never had sweaty palms driving before. And I get to Brooklyn, and then it's another 30 plus minutes to find, that was like, who knows how long that took. Then another 30 plus minutes, finally find the parking spot. I get out of my car, and I had, during this last 90 minutes, the pee went away. But when I got out of my car and I just had a sigh of relief and I'm enjoying my parking spot, the pee came back. And I almost wet myself on the side of the street outside of that park in Brooklyn. Like, literally, like it, like maybe a little bit happened, but like I almost completely wet myself. And I was thinking, what would I have done? Like, all right, if I just completely wet myself here, I'm in Brooklyn, I don't know where to go, all this stuff. The concert starts in 12 minutes. Like, I walked in with perfect timing, went to the bathroom, got a great spot, and then the opener started. So there's no time extra to spare. But I'm like, would I have gone in there and just, like, maybe been towards the back and been like the pee guy? And like, cause like, I'm committed to this. Like, I drove 3 hours and I paid for the ticket, and I need to do this. I need to see. It's my favorite band. Or would I've gotten back in the car and driven home in shame? Like, I suppose there's another option. Someone told me, like, I could have found a store and got
Oh
clothes. I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah. That
but
is the
like,
beauty of New York City. And then also of being a man. Like, your options are like, I mean, like, you might be embarrassed, but like, if you have to do something publicly, but you can, like, I've seen, so like, my neighborhood gets ridiculous on the weekends with just like drunk kids. Like, it's like a frat
oh, I
house.
can
It's
imagine.
crazy. So I have seen in between cars here, and nobody pays attention. They don't even look away. So it's like, it's embarrassing potentially, but like, if you have to, like, New York City, nobody's gonna look at you twice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I was wearing black pants, so maybe that would have helped. But like that it was just it went from like super like proud of myself and relief and all this stuff to all of a sudden, boom! Like don't forget about this. You had to do this, and you didn't leave early enough so that you could stop, and you were drinking Fit Aids in the car and all that stuff. So somewhere in the multiverse, there is a James who did wet his pants and drove home and didn't go to the show. And there's also a James who went to the show anyways. That's the bolder James. I don't know. Like I don't. So I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't the James that had to find out.
Yeah.
I was the one that survived.
Yes. Yes.
And remained dry. So it's just it's crazy thing. I think about this stuff all the time. If this then that. Anywho,
Oh.
I don't know if I have another one of those in me again. Like not this year. I don't know. Like I've once a year, once every 2 years, I can do that drive, and I don't know if I have to think about my life a lot
You don't
again.
need to. Like we were talking about, you can just do the train. It's totally easy.
Yeah.
Like you did it. You checked off on your list. Like there's no
Boom.
reason. In New York City, there's so much mass transit available to you. No reason to drive. It's nice to have the comfort of your own space in your car to get home, but you know.
Yeah. Well, the pro of the train is you can work on stuff. You can write a post. You can read something. There is a bathroom on the train too.
Yes.
So there's a lot of perks.
Yes. Indeed.
Well, back to the New York State Championships. Let's rewind just a little bit here. So remember Monday, I keep saying Tuesday, Monday, August 31st, we have the end of registration. And it's important that people realize there will be no late entries accepted after the 31st. Typically, we have a wait list, but that's because in previous years, the meet has sold out. So we'll have a wait list. If the meet sells out in July, then okay, if a spot opens up before the close of registration, we will let people in. But this is a different circumstance this year where we haven't sold out yet. There are 29 spots available. And if we hit that date, we're locked in that we're going to start to put together the schedule and plan for volunteers and all that stuff. So then you might ask yourself, well, all right, me and my 3 teammates didn't get in. What's the big deal? We're so far away. It is because we're going to build out the schedule for a certain number of athletes that are signed up and that we've allotted. And that affects the volunteer schedule. That affects a lot of things. If we end up going to 3 sessions on each day, then adding a 4th session is not an easy thing because you have to have all those volunteer seats available, and it kind of changes the flow of the entire competition because maybe with those other sessions that were 3, we gave bigger breaks so volunteers aren't working back to back, and can't make it to the bathroom or don't have time to eat or something like that. So if the schedule allows, we will make it comfortable for everybody, but that means adding in more bodies adds a lot more stress to the event if it's going to throw off the timing, and that timing is not going to be easy to change after. So that's why you got to register in advance. You got to claim that spot now. There've been a lot of emails. We've known about this date since last year. It's the same weekend every year, so put it on the calendar.
Yep.
So hopefully everyone gets registered that does want to. If you are registered and you're someone that needs to withdraw, that date, Monday, August 31st, is also the last day to get a refund. So now you might ask yourself the same question. Well, James, it's the meet isn't until the end of September. Why can't I get a refund? It's because now that the registration is closed, we have been paying for things, and we can't give back money that's already been spent. A lot of meets do this. Our meet does it as well. It's common practice. To buy the medals, you get meet revenue coming in from registrations, and now you have money to buy the medals. You have money to buy, gift bag, swag, all these things, or pay volunteers and budget that out. So we'll allow it up to a certain point, and then after that, when we are paying bigger bills, it's just not possible to do that. So again, please put your request in before the 31st, and then you'll get a 50% refund as outlined on the entry form. So all important things, and there are going to be changes coming which we've recently learned, to refund policy in USAW, period. I guess USAW has adopted a new policy for national events, WSO championships, and also this will affect local meets as well, where refunding is not handled through USAW or bars anymore. You will have the option to purchase event protection insurance, as I'm sure many of us have experienced when buying a concert ticket or something like that. And if you need to withdraw, you can file a claim through that insurance company, and they'll refund you the entirety of your ticket price. So that might work out better in the long run for some people because right now, for financial reasons, we only allow a 50% refund. But you'll be able to get your full ticket price back, let's say for the Arnold or the Virus Weightlifting 2, if you purchased this event protection. And you have to purchase it when you buy the ticket. You can't do it retroactively, as far as I know. And this is a new thing. I didn't realize that they were doing this, and I didn't realize it was attached to our event. So if you did purchase event protection for the New York State Championships, you knew about it before I did, because I don't. That's a screen I don't see because I'm not physically signing up for the meet myself, And they also started it in June, and I must have missed that email on when it was announced.
There was no, as far as I know, this was all news to me as well. Fantastic. We love that, don't we? That it's something that I'm told it rolled out when they changed the membership pricing, right? So when they went from like all of the, coach, and blah, 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 and all those things to just like the individual plus. So that was, I think, right before Nationals in Colorado Springs. So that's like mid-June. When they rolled that out, this was a thing that was in there. So also heads up, meet directors, if you sanctioned a meet after that point, then you probably had this option offered to anybody that registered for it. So I can't remember if I have done that for my October meet. I'm going to have to look into that. Because I actually did have somebody reach out to me to collect his 50% refund. It's like I like you said, it's like the money has already been spent, so it's a little it's always tricky to deal with that. So this is actually a pretty helpful thing for meet directors because now we don't have to worry about potentially losing that 50% at any or whatever your refund policy is at that point. It is yours. Like the insurance company, EOS or whatever they're called, they will pay USA Weightlifting back, and it can be handled that way, and you don't have to think about it anymore. So it's great in that regard. But I mean, it's definitely a thing that I wish had been communicated a little better.
It's just I'll once we get going with the state championships, email series, just to make sure everyone's informed on what we're doing, I'll mention that in there. Like, hey, if you did this, awesome. It was a thing, and right now, I guess it'll be good in the future because we're kind of in a funky situation where it's like we don't want to do both. If because I didn't know about it, I'm issuing refunds back, but I don't know that you have a claim out, and so you might get. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't know how any of this works. So hopefully we'll learn more about that. When
did this meet states 2026? When did that USAW sanction that? Do you remember? Was it January?
It was actually sanctioned twice. The first time it was before the new weight classes were in bars. So we had to redo it and then re-sanction it to get the new weight classes once Sport 80 uploaded the new weight classes. And then after, I don't know what date that was. I don't know if it was after the individual plus things or if it was before. I almost want to say it was before because we had it sanctioned a while ago. We do things pretty far in advance. But
yes,
this insurance thing is still attached to it. So maybe it was just applied retroactively. So if you sign, actually, no, it would have been June 1st. That's when our registration did open, was June 1st.
Okay, good to know.
Huh.
Yeah, that's confusing. So yeah, and I don't know that it's like I'm gonna have to dig around more because I don't know if that's something that a meet director can see in bars, like in your admin for the meet stuff. Yeah. Like if it lets you see that has been applied and that people have potentially purchased, or if maybe you would be able to see how many people have purchased it or something, or who has, if it's like in there, because you know how you can click in Sport 80 into the specific athlete on the entries list and in view or whatever. I wonder if it's through one of those scrolling pages. You could see the different things they purchased, because it used to say like
Yeah.
the meet cost, like whatever it was, and then the fees that were like USA Weightlifting Collective. Like you had to really like dig in there, but I wonder if it's in there. Anyway, I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Well,
this.
and in the bars report for registrations, I
Mhm.
imagine it's got to be in there somewhere. So I do know that there's no way to opt out of it. This is just what we're doing as an organization, not NYWSO, as USA Weightlifting going forward. If you're using bars, you got to do it this way. I guess if you're doing another thing like Eventbrite, then do whatever you want. It's kind of the old ways. But if you're going to use bars, this will be the way.
Yep. Yep. All
Interesting.
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Other things going on with the state championships. Check these out. We've got
Ooh, Christina.
USAW stickers from Christina. Sent them over, and we'll be putting those in gift bags. We'll be having some swag coming in from our good friend Anna Oberkircher, the Athletes Journal, and
Awesome.
some stickers and bookmarks, which she's making the bookmarks by hand. These are custom, like I wouldn't even want to use that. I would just be like, all right, well, I gotta make sure I take care of this. This is handcrafted, handmade.
Seriously. Oh,
So that's
thanks. That's
super
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
We did have a donation come in from Meyer Supply out there in
Oh,
Binghamton.
yeah.
And Tracy Meyer is married to Frank Meyer, and Tracy is one of the owners of CrossFit Sona and Sona Weightlifting, Frank Ford's team. So awesome to have that contribution from them.
Awesome.
We have some things in the work from Primo Chalk. So we'll be having more information coming out on that. So we're doing okay on the sponsorship stuff and the gift swag. So everybody will be getting a little bag that'll have some cool stuff in it, also
Cool.
from the WSO. We will not be doing T-shirts this year. I think I might have mentioned this on a previous show, but just for budgetary reasons, we're gonna have the shirts available online for purchase, and you can select whatever color you want, whatever size you want, from a variety of different types of clothing. So maybe you don't want a t-shirt, but you want a tank top, you'll have the option to do that. If you want to get a bandana for your dog, you can do that. So, because not everybody wants a t-shirt, and I know some people are kind of over t-shirts. If you want a state championships mug, you can get that one. And there are two separate designs. They look exactly the same, except one weightlifting figure is a man, the other one's a woman. It was designed by Bryant Illenberg from Griffin Strength Barbell. And I'm working on, since we have so many stickers already, instead of doing stickers, I might do little magnets, and everybody will get one of each, because we're not sure what everybody would want. Although the thought is that the female lifter one is the cooler looking of the two. Nothing against the guys one, and that's the one that everybody would want. That's actually the T-shirt I would want. So I think I think that will be the hit. So
That's
we have a
cool.
lot going on with gift bags and swag and stuff, handling T-shirts a little bit differently. Remember, we are a nonprofit organization, and we are also working very hard to keep our ticket prices low and reasonable. And this is one of the things that we're doing to do that. Another change for this year, we won't be having a live stream. That was something that was handled by Joe Rodriguez and his son, Michael Rodriguez, Cup of Joe Broadcasting. And we don't have anyone to fill that very big role. It's not an easy thing. I'm sure some people might be thinking, just throw up a laptop or a phone and live stream it. And it's like, okay, well, whose laptop and phone? Because I'm not gonna have mine out there all day. And I'm sure whoever might be thinking this would like their phone or need their phone. So we don't have the equipment to do it. We also really would need manpower to do it. It's two competition platforms, remember, and both of them would need to be live streamed concurrently. And having the know-how on even how to do that is something I don't know how to do two streams at once, and I don't have the software to do it. And that's about it. Yeah, and also we don't have anyone to sit at those stations or that station for 12 hours each day to manage it for when it inevitably goes down, because trust me, it will. You know, uh, so it's just we're just not able to handle that from a manpower perspective. We're still looking for referees and loaders and marshals, and these other things like a live stream, those are the bonus. But really,
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, The weightlifting meet is the platform, the officials, the athlete, and those lifts. And we can bring it all the way down to paddles and thumbs up and paper, and we can make the meet as basic as we need to for any circumstances if all that electronics stops working. And everything else, like a live stream and T-shirts and all that, it's all extra. And we try to do a lot of extra, and we will keep doing extra. It's just this is kind of just where we're at this year.
Yeah, and I mean the quality was great, right? We had like I mean, to be fair, I barely have ever watched the live stream because I'm there. So I've not really like poked around with it too much, but it's like the bits that I've seen, it's like it's very nice, like the graphic look and everything. So, you know, it would kind of suck to like just take it back down to just the camera, and I mean, if
Yeah.
people need it, whatever. But I mean, we will, as far as like using it for the purposes of maybe you want to make sure the sessions are running on time and stuff, and you're up in the
Yeah.
hotel and you're resting or something before, you know, it's your turn to go down to the warm-up room. I do believe we will still have the fly IO situation, right? So it's like we
Ooh.
will have the scoreboards live so you can
Yep.
see that. There will be a link that will figure out how to communicate that to everybody, but you'll be able to look at the live scoreboard for each platform so that you will be able to see. So there, at
Yep.
barest minimum, there will be that.
Yep. I'm glad you brought that up because I have on my calendar to on the 7th reach out to them because I want them to help me set it up, and I want them because now that I realize that their support team is responsive to emails, you know, so I had a couple issues with it at my meet back in April. I want them to look at it, fix it, send me the link that I would send attendees, and they're like, no, it'll work. Because every time I do it, it's like hit or miss. And it's also, I can't get into the thing because it won't accept my password. And that website will not send you a password reset. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just won't do it. So I figure if I reach out to them 4 weeks before the meet or 3 weeks before the meet and have them do it and look at my account, it should work this year.
I'm pretty sure also like JF is the person who made OWL CMS. Like he is the one who really configured that as a function, and he knows the ins and outs. So when I have had issues in the past, I have
Mhm.
just sent him a WhatsApp message. So
There you
FYI,
go.
we do have that in our back pocket if we're
Yep.
struggling with.
Perfect. Perfect. Because we
We
might
know
be. So,
someone. Yeah.
yep.
We know a guy.
If anyone's interested in volunteering, we do have some spots here and there. We do need some refs. We need marshals. We need loaders. Loaders are paid $20 per session. All officials will get a little gift bag, and also we'll have some food on hand available for breakfast and lunch on both days. Um, we don't have enough spots left anymore for the room deal, so that's all been taken care of. But we do have holes here and there. So if you might have a session off, you know, and or a big gap between your lifting and a teammate's lifting, or you want to have a great spot to watch your teammates lift from, you know, you could take a look at the preliminary start list and then reach out and see if there's any holes, you know, that need to be filled.
Yes, and bonus, we should always say this. I thought of this a lot last year that if you want to be a loader, you will be in so many photos if that is a thing that is of interest to you.
Yeah.
So make sure when you're loading that you smile and are paying attention because it's adorable. Like I remember just pictures last year of Kyle smiling like crazy in every single picture that he was loading. Like Brian DeGennaro was loading, and it was like same thing. Like the kids were lifting, and he's just got a big smile and he's there. It's awesome. So
Yeah.
little perks.
Yep, yep. Best seat in the house. You're getting your photograph taken, and maybe you really like one of those photos. So you just zoom in, like that's a great headshot for me. I'll use that. Oh,
Yes.
I just did that, and a thing popped up on the iPad because I made a gesture, and it wants to
Oh,
know if I want to do something, and I'm not going
weird.
to touch that. All right,
No.
because like you know how some like Zoom and stuff, if you do the thumbs up, it
Like
recognizes it.
yeah.
See, the camera is doing too much right now. Too much reading, too much analyzing. Where's it sending this data? I don't know if I trust it. Hmm. Uh,
Yeah.
anyways, so yes, a lot going on with the state championships. It's going to be a busy, like now we're in it. You know that registration is about to close. We're going to be getting emails out there. We're going to be doing updates. I am very happy that our equipment list is full and taken care of. You know, so I'll be sending out reminders to people who've made commitments to bring stuff. The volunteer list is nearly complete, just got a couple holes. We're going to get the preliminary start list out, and then we start sending out athlete emails. I did talk to Nathan Chung from Rochester. I'm unsure if he has a official business title, but we will have him coming out and offering photo packages for people who want very nice photos of their lifting.
Yes.
He may be our only photographer. 6 for 6 is not going to be able to make it. They have some personal things going on, so they won't be attending this year. And I'm unaware of any other photographers who could possibly do it. So if you know someone that is interested in offering photo packages, let me know. We will have Dr. Kim Keeling from the Sports and Spinal Wellness Center out here in Albany coming to work with athletes both days. She'll be doing, massage work, rock taping, stretching, just anything that you need to help you improve your performance before you lift or rehab after you lift. She'll be there to help with that. We'll tentatively have a massage therapist on staff, although that's been hard to fill. So if anyone knows people that want to do massage and volunteer in that capacity, let me know. Right now, we might have someone coming from 1 till the end of the day on Saturday, and that's all I got so far. So it might just be Dr. Kim. It might be another person popping in here and there for really select times. We'll see. And what else? I'm sure there's more. New hotel rooms. We've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if you haven't booked your hotel room yet, I sent out an email today with some updates that has the link and the discount code in it. We have a room rate, and it's $149. Don't pay any more for the hotel room, because that hotel's normal rate is pretty expensive. So if you've already booked, they can change it for you. They're more than happy to do that. And when you book through the hotel or change your rate to the hotel rate, it helps us because if we get a certain number of rooms booked, it helps us get the ballroom for free. And that helps the WSO financially. So if you're able to stay at the hotel, stay and use our discount code because that helps with our total numbers at the end of everything.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Good luck to everybody at the AO2.
Yes.
And we'll have a post going out, giving everyone a shout out here next week. The records have been updated. There's so much going on at the state championships, and we have that little insurance update too for USAW. So double check that. And also be aware if you are going to the AO2 that the days have changed. So you might need to rebook your flight and other things. Hopefully not. And you should help at all events. You should volunteer.
Yes, for sure.
And you should contemplate the universe and the infinite expanse of the abyss and the void and what you are doing in other timelines. And it's just a whole thing. Just think about it. Yeah. Awesome. Sarah, anything else that I know you got to go in a few minutes. Anything else that we've forgotten?
Not that I can think of. I think it's really cool, though. I was just thinking when you were talking about like the kind of like athlete support stuff that we have at the state championships, and it's like I've been very fortunate at my meets. We have an in-house physical therapy team that is usually coming, but now for my October meet too, it's like we have a woman who does sports acupuncture and dry needling, and she saw it and she was like, "Hey, I'm a power lifter. I would love to come support the athletes," and so she's coming to she just is doing 15-minute slots all day for the whole duration of the meet just to help out, out of the goodness of her heart. And
wow.
Man, that makes me so happy.
Does she want to do acupuncture at the state championships?
I can ask her. I mean, yeah, I'll find out. But I mean, she's in New Jersey. She's from New Jersey, works in New York City. So I don't know if it's the travel, whatever she has going on. She tends to not work on the weekends. It's a special thing. But I will totally ask because that would be cool. Yeah,
that would be cool. Yeah, it's the only one practitioner. It's hard to handle the volume of people potentially. Yeah. If you're listening and you know someone that might be willing to travel to Binghamton to do massage or photography or something like that, let me know. Because right now we're a little limited this year. We did have others, but they had to cancel. So now I'm on the back foot looking for replacements. So
yeah, that's cool. That's all I got.
Awesome. Well, Sarah, where can people follow you?
Sarasota Rep on Instagram.
Awesome. Follow me, James A. McDermott. most importantly, follow USA Weightlifting and also New York Weightlifting on Instagram. And keep your eyes open for emails and sign up for the state championships, or do all the appropriate things for state championships before deadlines. And we will be back again soon to talk about more.
Yes. See you guys on a platform.
And stream.